Hello everyone, this is Domingo with you today. Hope you're doing fantastic, and today we're going to be looking at Clapper 2024. This is an iOS tutorial, and I will make sure to explain everything as best as I can, and if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more. So, this is Clapper, the TikTok alternative that everybody's been talking about. So, what is Clapper? Well, it essentially is a social media sharing app that allows people from various generations like Gen Z or Gen X to come together. This is not like TikTok where it has filters. It is totally different. The FYP page has original based content, and most of the content that you see here is automatically generated by people, and sometimes there are re-uploads, but most of the time it's all original content, and there's no filters, there's no effects. You can like videos, you can comment on videos. The only difference is that you can send out GIFs as well. This may be similar to what you can do on TikTok, sending out GIFs and such. So there is a similar way to do it. So that's how you comment, and then this is how you send the GIF. You just go and press the present, and then you send the GIF there, and then you can also enter the comment by pressing on the arrow here. So you just press that, and then your comment appears, and then there you go. So that's how you comment and send GIFs on a video. And the FYP page is however you curate your feed. So you can just go in and like and dislike, and then you can also look through your following page, so that way the people that you follow, this is all that you see. These are all the channels that I follow on Clapper and I subscribe to, and most of the followers that I make here make really good content and are from various parts of the world, like the United States, Canada, etc. Clapper's based in Texas, so definitely that is one way to consider that it is an all-American app, not owned by any sort of other conglomerates. So you can also turn on your location, so that way you can look at personalized videos in your area, and then they also have lives. When you create a Clapper account, you automatically have the ability to do a live stream. So it shows various live streams here and shops where you can set up a business, and then also allows you to do radios, which is basically like X's Spaces. So you can do all that for free, and you don't need a minimum amount of followers. You can just set up an account and you can have all access to these features right away. And then you can also look at trending hashtags. You can go into lives and see what's going on here. So we're just going to find a live that we can go into, and we're just going to go and select it. So we're going to select this user here, and this is the example of a live. You can see them live streaming and doing their thing there, which is really cool. So that way you can know exactly how to share it. You can either report the live, and you can just go from there. So it definitely helps. And then you can also look at the viewers list and make sure that you can see what you're doing. Then you can also follow the host, and you're good to go from there. So that is the definition, or that's an example of a live. And then you can also look through your messages here, where it shows your messages, and you can message other users, share other users. You can also sort your messages by categories, by private messages, then group messages if you have a group, and then you can also sort it by group messages. If you manage a group, you can do your own group messaging as well. And then it also shows your activity, whoever liked your video. And you can also sort it by likes, comments, followers, or mentions. And then you can also see here video gifts. Those are the gifts that you earn, like diamonds, to allow you to buy stuff on Clapper and also earn money on Clapper. And then you can just go in there and look at all the gifts that you see there. So that way you can just get a check and see what's happening. And then there's also how many followers you can get if you want to follow them back. Then there's also groups where you can see the messages on the group. And then whoever's live or on radio. So there's the live, and there's also the radio section. And then also following direct messages from Clapper. So this is like all the messages that you can see and hear and do all that wonderful stuff. So Clapper just allows you to send personalized messages there, and then you can just view all activity. So that is the example there. And you can also personalize your own page there. So this is an example of my page where I have a bio, and then you can also tag users in your bio, and then you can also include your various social media links. And you can also look at who you're following, how many followers you have, your likes, and also your income. You can make an income on Clapper. So far, I've made about $5. The minimum amount you can cash out is $100. So you can also see little tags in the bio there, and you can also check below where you can see all of your videos. So as you scroll down, it's very similar to TikTok in that way, but it's different in the sense where they use a fairness algorithm. And then you can also manage your groups. So if you can go into the group here, you can open the group and look at messages. But as you can see on the feed here, this has all my videos down below. I've made about 211 videos. Some get popular and some don't, which is okay. So this feed allows you to just look and see what your Clapper page has. So some videos get a lot of views and some videos don't, depending on how the algorithm feels. This algorithm promotes original content. So if you have original content on your page, they will push it on the FYP page. That is one of the things you can do here. There's no manipulation of the system. They use the fairness algorithm to get your videos properly pushed out there with no problems at all. So I get some hit or misses, but most of the time it's not about the views. It's about building a community. You can also manage your comments here by clicking on the comments button, and you can also see all the videos that you commented on. And then here is a list of all the videos that you personally liked. Nobody else will see it but your channel. So you can just go through and you can just press on one of the videos so that you can watch. And as you can see, very similar layout. What you can also do is you can also share your videos to your groups. You can also share it to other users. You can share it via Twitter, WhatsApp, SMS, email, or you can copy the link. You can also pin it to your profile, delete the video, or save the video if you have it enabled. So you can also disable it so you can prevent people from stealing your content and making copies. So you can share it with your friends, family, however you want to do. And you can also do what's called a clapback, where it's sort of like a stitch, but it's totally different. You just press on those three boxes to do the clapback there. So that is all the pages that you see. I have a lot of videos there, so there's a lot to go through. But generally, that is how it works. Clapper is very similar, where you can also go into your settings where you can clear out your cache, so that way your cache doesn't take up a lot of memory. So you can just go down and press on the notifications button, where you can just disable notifications from comments, new followers, if you don't want too many notifications. And then there's the option to clear out your user cache to free up space so that your app doesn't take up too much space on your phone. And those are all the menu items that you can look at: report a problem, add music to Clapper, community guidelines, push notifications, safety, manage your account, income, Clapper coins. You can look through all that and see what the options have. So you can report a problem to the Clapper team if there's sort of any issues. And then you can also go in and make Clapper coins purchases. So if you purchase these Clapper coins, you can support other people. This uses real money via credit card, so you just be prepared to pay if you want to do that. But if they send you coins, then it adds to your income. So there's the increments. As you see, I've been sending out a lot of gifts, and that's where also a transaction record of all the gifts that I have received. So you can do that. They have questions about it, transaction records, and you can just look at it and just sort it out from there. And then what they also have here are the about pages, where it takes you to a Clapper music application form if you are a musician and you want to put your own music on there. And you can just simply go back to the app after you've done the application. So that way you can let people know that they can use your music for videos. And there's also a About Us policy, where it has all of the stories there. It's a 17+ audience policy, no kids, just mature adults. So this basically is an adult app. No kids are allowed on this app. They will detect it and then they will get rid of the account. So you can't allow that stuff on there. So that is one explanation of the app. And it's very similar to TikTok, but like I said, there are no filters. There are no ways to beautify your videos. Sort of like, there's no cheating in the system. There's no way that you can game the system. So you can create a group. So this group basically allows you to have a community of people where you can talk about stuff, share your videos. You can also set a group fee. Now, this is new on Clapper, where you can set a fee for people to go into the group. And then once it reaches a month, your fees are withdrawn to your account. So, I mean, I don't do this. You don't need to do this, but this is an option that you can set. I guess it's just so that people have that sort of inclusivity, or they just want to feel like there's something important, but it's just up to your own discretion how you want to do it. I personally don't do this. I'll leave it for free. And then you can just create the group however you like, and you can send invites to people. That's my group right there on Clapper, where I can just send invitations and they can share the videos and promote their stuff. So the menu is pretty bland for some people, but it does the job. There are bugs, there are glitches. They update it frequently. So they had a lot of updates since then. They've updated the groups. They've updated a lot of things, especially with the way they're promoting content, and also they're preventing stolen content from being on here. Now, they don't catch everything, so you can go and report a video if you feel that they're not doing it properly. So what you do is you just take a video, and you can also set up a Clapper tier where people can pay you per month to support you, which is cool. And you can give the option to support others, and also they can support you. And you can support up to $1, $5, and $100. And then you can also invite supporters to you, or to your page, or you can invite other people to your page and they can check your stuff out. So that's the gist of it. You can make money on this site in a different way than TikTok does. And I think it's good because it encourages people to make that choice, because I don't feel like I should force people to send me money. But it is a great option if you run a business or if you want to set up a community. And they also have creator spaces where you can set verification and shops and set everything up there. So thank you so much for watching this video. I do appreciate you taking the time to watch this. And if you are new to the channel, make sure that you subscribe. And also don't forget to leave a comment below on what you want to see next. Have a great day. We'll see you next time for another video.